I tend to take a bird's eye view on the market in general. Usually you can say altcoin outperformance is somewhat of a signal for increasing risk appetite in the market. And as you mentioned before, so general market cap has increased to 16 months high, right? But at the same time, we've seen a 17 months high in Bitcoin. So I think it's rather a catch up to what Bitcoin has done, essentially. There are some discrepancies, especially with regards to the underperformance of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, because year to date, I think Ethereum has underperformed by 50 percentage points, which is quite incredible. But usually, as I mentioned before, altcoin outperformance is a sign of returning risk appetite to the market. And usually what you also see historically is altcoin outperformance is mean reverting. If you have a larger period of altcoin underperformance, you tend to see some catch up, right? We've seen just recently this catch up in altcoins, I think, in the past week, the month before that, the quarter before that, we didn't really see it. But sometimes I think of it like the Cantillon effect. Maybe you know this concept of the French economist from the 18th century. He came up with the idea that if you have an increase in liquidity in money supply in general, then that usually doesn't accrue to all players simultaneously. It usually arrives at the source closest to the money supply first, which tends to be Bitcoin and Ethereum, because most trading pairs are either against Bitcoin or Ethereum. You just mentioned the NFT markets. It's rather peripheral, right? These are peripheral markets. Altcoins tend to be peripheral markets as well. But this altcoin outperformance is somewhat a sign that liquidity is returning to the market.